Hey y'all, happy Monday to you. How's y'all's work week starting out? Mine's been a little rocky. I was talking the other day about minor inconveniences. Had one of those Saturday night. The old truck wouldn't start. Not quite sure what's wrong with it. Temperamental. Then I left the light on in there trying to start it and the battery died. Got that charged up. And the old thing cranked this morning. Who knows? But took it to a good buddy of mine there in Garrison where I trade. And, he's turning wrenches today and trying to figure out what's wrong with it. But we'll get through it. So we just decided to do a little more work around the place today. I'm coming in the normal way we come in the goat pen. I'm pretty proud of this. Had a friend stop by over the weekend and help finish it, and then I put the finishing touches on it today. I thought I could sneak up on them, maybe so. These old goats, because of DW, the big old Billy I had, of course he's tore down half the stuff in here and knocked trees down, and you couldn't build a gate or a fence to hold him. So they were kind of cordoned into this area under these shade trees where, unfortunately, with all the shade and the traffic and his craziness, has pretty much got every stitch of grass out of here. So I've been wanting to expand their pen for quite some time. And we got that done this weekend. I just walked through what used to be the fence. I got tickled at them. Y'all can see that line there where the fence used to be and the grass starts. Took them a couple of days to know it was okay to cross that. It was just an imaginary line to them, but they wasn't coming across. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sneak up on them. So let me show you here. They now they've got plenty of good old grass and area to roam. I'm gonna let them clear that out. They love it. Those bushes. Look at them over here. They don't know how to act. Look at all this nice place we've got now. But that felt good to do. I didn't really have to get too many supplies on it. Just got a little welded wire, but I like, it's one good thing about this whole place, being here so long and so much farming going on. There's junk, I guess, everywhere, but a lot of it's good junk, if you would. We can repurpose a lot of it, but I even found my old sign and got it hung up there. Didn't know where it went, so glad to get that rolling. But goats are happy this evening. They used to holler every time we'd pull up, wanting this and wanting to be out or wanting some feed. We ain't heard a peep out of these rascals in 3 days. They're living their best life. So that makes me proud and happy, I guess. You got to work with what you got. Reminds me of that old boy that wanted a job bad, needed one bad. And he bugging this old tailor that made suits there in a little town. And the old boy didn't have a lick of skills with sewing or anything, even sales, really, word was. But he needed a job. I mean, he bugged the tar out of that man. Finally, the shop owner just got tired of it. And he told the old boy, so I tell you what, if you want a job that bad, I'll give you a shot. But here's the condition. I got a green suit hanging right over yonder. That lime green one. Yes, sir. He said, if you can sell that the first day, then you're hired. The guy said, all right, you're on. Well, the shop owner walked back to the back, and his other tailor said, boss, why'd you do that to that man? We've had that thing for 4 years. That's the ugliest thing that I've ever seen. He ain't going to sell that. Well, a couple hours passed, and the salesman come walking in. He said, well, I guess I'm hired. Boy, he was beat up, too. I mean, scratched, bleeding from the nose. He was all torn up. And the shop owner said, wait a minute, you sold that suit? That green suit, you sold it. It ain't been but a couple hours. He said, yes, sir. He said, well, you're hired. I mean, I don't know how you did it. He said, who'd you sell it to? He said, well, it was a real nice man. He come in, and I got him fitted up, and we altered it and everything. Everything was good. But I'll tell you, boss, that C&I dog was here. It was something else. So he was thinking outside the box and using what he had. So poor old blind man, if you see him walking down the street in a lime green suit, you know where it came from. I guess nobody cares but those seeing him, right? I had to chuckle at that one. I was looking at the old pasture. Some of y'all just joining. Thanks to the subscribers. We had a little walk earlier today. A little more in depth. I told them to get ready. We're probably going to do a little bit more again. But that subscriber thing is a lot easier on me, I guess. Of course, I like to make these count and share stuff that y'all will enjoy. But with the subscriber, I'll come on a couple of times a day. We're keeping track of those chickens in there that are incubating. And I'm afraid they might want their dollar back because they're getting a lot of content. We're getting to show them some behind-the-scenes stuff and some old stories from the place. It's a lot easier just to turn on the camera and start going at it. But they saw the progression of the goat pen and things of that nature. But love to have you if you'd like, but if not, we'll visit along the way anyway. But I was blessed. It's kind of funny how it works out. About 3 years ago, they were clearing the high lines here in Nacogdoches, big tree crews, and had all that bark mulch, that they're chipping all those trees up with. Well, I caught one of them one day. I said, hey, y'all need a place to dump that? And they said, yeah, we're having to haul it to Lufkin. I said, well, just put it back there in the back pasture. So, y'all, I had convoys of those chipper trucks dumping mulch back there. Well, I needed it for my elderberry orchard that I was planting, and life took a different direction for a couple of years, but I did get the bark mulch down on the rows, and you can take something that you thought was no good, and it's actually even better probably. So now, everywhere, well, let's see if you can see it this way. You see that little patch there, that was about 6 inches of bark mulch, but now it's mulched down and it's good composted soil, and we've got the elderberries to go in it. So we'll be putting about 6 200-foot rows in, all the way to the wood line there. Some of y'all been following for a while know that used to be woods behind that, but they clear cut it the other day. Of course, that's another piece of property. But we'll probably go right here to this oak tree with elderberries, and then we'll put our peas and corn out there. Just kind of showing this for my records later, because this will look way different here in a couple, 3 months. Nice old straight rows, and boy, there's something about that corn popping up, y'all. When you put it down and a few days later, see them straight lines, or hope they're straight, come up. Ain't nothing like it. I said earlier, there's no app for that feeling at all. But looking forward to spring. It's 60 degrees today. Now, it depends on the time of year in Texas, whether that's cold or hot. January through about March, 60s warm. In August, it's cool. It's just all relative to the time of the year. I'll walk over here, and I was digging around with the subscribers earlier looking for some fencing material, different stuff that I'd found, and I remember clearing this last year. Of course, remember, this place is, my family's been in them since 1945, so wow. So lots of little hidden treasures that you find. I've been here 5 years and still finding this stuff, but some of y'all get a kick out of this. I'm going to spruce it up and have some ideas for it, but look at these old hubcaps. You don't see these anymore. This old Chevy and Oldsmobile, and there was a fancy one over here. And I know probably what car some of these came off of. I think it had the loudest blinker in history. I remember loading up in, I think it was yellow, blue or yellow, in that garage on Sunday morning with Memo and the family going to church. And couldn't breathe in there for all the white rain hairspray. I catch a little whiff of that for some reason in the bathroom every now and then. It ain't been white rain in there since I can remember, but I don't know, maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. But we turn up there at the loop and going right. And it took a little longer. I don't think they had a stoplight up there. I think it was just stop sign, so it took a little while. And that old blinker in them Oldsmobile Deltas, you remember those? Blink, 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 blink. I mean, just loud. Not a sound going, but that blinker. Funny what we remember, isn't it? Look at these. I'm ready to get these rewebbed. I guess it has been a while since I've been up here, y'all. Done had a tree. I remember when I had found these and put them up here. And got a little oak tree growed up in it. So, as you can see, I got some stuff to do. There's my 20-foot tall mulch pile. It used to be. Now it's down to hardly nothing, but it's just right for what I'm going to need it for around here. But just got some debris to clean up this year, but we'll have it. You won't recognize this place probably in 3 or 4 months. That's the goal. I've seen me do it. But it's a good thing. I tell you don't want to mess with kids. Old father and son and family was at the beach. You got to be careful what you're telling them. They was playing, and the little boy found a dead bird on the beach and was really tore up about it. Ran to his dad, said, "Daddy, what happened to him?" He said, son, he died. He said, well, what's going on? He said, well, he went to heaven to be with the Lord. The little boy thought about it a minute. He said, well, Dad, did God throw him back? It's laid right there. And kids think different, don't they? Didn't have a whole lot this evening. Old Bart got into my elderberries the other evening. He's doing well, but he don't have no sense sometimes. He can't see, poor thing. And somehow he got in that front room, saw me moving around outside to the little shadows that he could. And I got some repotting to do. We'll just put it at that. But all's well that ends well, isn't it? All right. Well, it was a little warm. Now it's getting a little airish. It's 60 degrees. Will change on you quick. But all is good in Nacogdoches, Texas. Glad to have y'all along. And I'll do a quick roll call over here by my new gate. I guess it'd go back to that saying, feel like that. I don't know which part of it I am, an old mule looking at a new gate. Isn't that what they say? I guess I'm the old mule. Because the gate's new. Well, the gate's old too, so maybe not. Y'all sound off, I'll do a roll call, and we'll call it an evening. I imagine these goats are going to run off when I walk up, because in times past, they know that they're not supposed to be out here. They're not really figuring it out yet. But they're happy just the same. Let's see who all's on here, and we'll call it evening. Let's see, scroll back up here a second, if I can do this without my glasses. Who's on this evening? There's Aaron down in Wills Point. I'll let y'all look at the goats for a little bit. Melissa's up in North Carolina. Howdy, ma'am. Kenneth's in Ohio. Suzanne's checking in from Northwest Arkansas. Probably a little chilly up there. Let's see, we've got Phelps checking in. Hey, buddy, how are you? Good to see you on. Miss Jane Siri asking how we're doing. Doing well, just watching the goats eat from Nebraska. Thanks for checking in. Heidi's saying top-down weather. Well, I guess so. In some instances. There's Tracy. Hey, from Cedar Grove. Well, back at you. Indiana. All right. A little bit. That's a far piece from here. Okay, let's see what we got. This whole camera's acting up on me. I'll try to flip it around here. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Be the light. I'm going to go in here and eat some fried chicken leftovers, mashed potatoes, and repot elderberry plants. Is that all right? Yeah, it'll be all right. We'll be checking the chicken hatch progress here in a minute for the subscribers. So if y'all are tuning in, we'll be doing that shortly. But appreciate all y'all's support and sharing the post, and words of encouragement means a lot. But we're all in this thing together, aren't we? Just got to hold on to the good. Yep, I think that's what I'll do. Y'all be the light. Talk to you later.